Kaliningrad Russian. Hello there, and welcome again, but this time to a very special ASMR journey, geography one. And today we're gonna explore some of the strangest and most puzzling borders in the world. The ones that don't quite make sense. You know what I mean, right? Borders that seem to defy logic and full of stories and history. So get comfortable, take a deep breath, and let's slowly trace the lines that define the facts. First, I'm gonna start with the famous border between Netherlands and Belgium, Baarle-Hertog and Baarle-Nassau. Baarle-Hertog and Baarle-Nassau. Why this is a strange border between Netherlands and Belgium? There are 22 Belgian enclaves inside the Netherlands and 7 Dutch enclaves inside those. Well, medieval land swaps between dukes and lords left a patchwork of ownership. But the quirky fact is that a nationality is decided by the location of its front door, Netherlands and Belgium here. So, Baarle-Hertog and Baarle-Nassau. Belgium and Netherlands. You may see that the border crosses near a pub, and this is the border between Netherlands and Belgium, just a line, a symbolic line. Next, so is Bir Tawil. Bir Tawil, yeah. The famous no man's land is a part of the border between Egypt and Sudan. Egypt and Sudan. A 2,060 square kilometers triangle of desert that no country claims is neither belonging to Egypt or Sudan. Bir Tawil. Reasons: in 1902, British border adjustment for tribal grazing routes left Bir Tawil unclaimed by any nation. The quirky fact is that adventurers sometimes declare it in a new countries, and there is no recognition there, so you may hit there and nobody's gonna find you. No man's land. Sorry. Point Roberts, USA and Canada border. Well, why this is an oddity? Well, there is US territory only reachable by land through Canada. Yes, children cross the border 4 times a day to attend to school. So the only way to cross it is going to Canada to be back in the USA. Right, start this one. So commerce this and stop. Next, Diomede Islands. Diomede Islands. Well, these islands are exactly in the middle of the Bering Strait, which is dividing Russia from Alaska. And the two islands are only 3.8 kilometers apart from each other. You may see them right here. And why it's the oddity is because the two islands are separated by the international date line. International date line. You can say, see tomorrow from the US side. Understand that when in USA is morning, in Russia at only 3.8 kilometers is considered to be the middle of the night. So, or else, when in USA is 1st of August, in Russia will be 30th of July. And just 3.8 kilometers, one from another. Good. Well, so next is the Gambia. Gambia. You may heard about Gambia. Well, Gambia is a small country in Africa, but what is odd is that it's completely surrounded by Senegal. Right. A narrow country on a Gambia river, hugging the Gambia River completely inside Senegal. It looks like an enclave or exclave and has a very short coastline. But why is it odd? The reason: British colonizations along the river surrounded by French territory. And this historical and political initiatives remain as and define these two countries. Never more than 50 kilometers wide, the Gambia you could walk across in a day. So it's even easier to cross it to reach Senegal again. Gambia, right here, inside Senegal. Derby line, Stanstead, Derby line, Stanstead, USA and Canada. So, Derby line. Well, what is odd to this border is that cuts out through the buildings, including a library, and separated USA from Canada. Reasons: because towns grew before the border was precisely surveyed. The quirk is that One house has its kitchen in Canada and its living room in the United States. Now that's a cruel and nice fact. So you may decide there where you're gonna dine. You're gonna get your dining in a kitchen or in the living room, in Canada or in USA. Good. So next, Kaliningrad. Kaliningrad. Well, Kaliningrad is an exclave. Is a part of Russia completely separated from its mainland. It is between Lithuania and Poland. Is a very small exclave right here. The reason Kaliningrad was taken from Germany after World War II, and it remained isolated after USSR or Soviet Union collapsed, remained as an exclave. The quirky is that Russians from there must cross other countries to reach rest of Russia. Kaliningrad, so Kaliningrad. Kaliningrad. Behar, Behar enclaves between India and Bangladesh. So, Behar enclaves, India and Bangladesh, before 2015, over 160 enclaves, some inside others, including a third order enclaves. The reasons they were left over from feudal kingdom, land trades centuries ago, and neighborhoods or neighbors needed to cross multiple borders to visit each others. And the country is the areas are divided between Bangladesh and India. Alright, and now this was our journey today, and thank you for joining me on this quiet journey through borders that may be confusing, but also connect us. Every line or every border has a story, and every story a whisper from the past. If you enjoy this gentle exploration, feel free to join me today for another quirky topic. Anything you want to wonder. And until next time, stay curious, stay focused, stay smart.